All right, friends, welcome back to Prepping with Sarge. Today we're going to do a little bit of a prepper pantry haul. Now, I have not done a whole lot of videos like this. Shame on me because they've been super popular in the past year. If you like prepper pantry hauls, let me know down in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to do some more videos like this in the future. I'm more than happy to show you what Mrs. Sarge and I stack and what we rotate. Today I'm going to be talking about cleaning products and hygiene and a couple other little things, not so much the food, but I'll be happy to show you some of the stuff we rotate with our canned goods and boxed goods in the future. Stay with me now. All right, thank you for staying with me. We're going to go right into it. We'll give you the prices on these to the best of my ability. Most of these came from Target. I grabbed a couple Colgate toothpaste. Now, what we usually do for this is we look for when there's a sale, buy one, get one free. And that's when we stock up. It tends to stay good for a really long time. This says, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up there, but this is going to be good till spring of 2024. I'm sure that we can rotate that before then. Now, Irish Spring is the soap that I traditionally use on a couple of these products. I'm sure that there's going to be people who are going to be saying, you know, you can make your own soap or you can make your own toilet bowl cleaner or things like that, and you can do it with much less chemicals. Absolutely, you can. Maybe we'll do some videos about that in the future. You certainly can find that content around YouTube. I'm just showing you what we typically stock. It's not that this is the only way you can use, you know, toilet bowl cleaner and things like that I'm going to show you. But Irish Spring is a soap that works really well for me. If I'm doing a lot of outdoor activities, I use another soap, usually White Dove, because it's not scented and it tends to reduce the amount of mosquitoes and things like that. But for my average every day when I'm going into work, into the therapy office, this is the soap that I use. And every time it's on sale, I just grab a stack of these. Let's see if I've got the price here for this one. And this 12 pack was $6.99 at Target. And again, you know, yeah, I'm not using the all natural products. There's definitely chemicals in some of these things, but these, again, this is what works for me. This is the deodorant I usually use. And again, we look for the value packs and the two, you know, buy one, get one free kind of deals. This also came from Target, and this one was $5.99 for the 2-pack. Yeah, definitely some inflation going on there. I can remember, and I'm sure you can too, when you could get stuff like that much, much cheaper. All right, now Harry's Razors. A few years ago, I switched to Harry's Razors. I was using something a lot more expensive and really decided that, you know, the amount of money that I was spending on razors, I needed to see if there was something a little bit more affordable. So I bought 2 of these 12 packs, and these will last me for quite a while. I tend to get almost a full week out of one razor, and they work just as well as the more expensive brands that I used to use. At least that's my experience. I do supplement with something here that I'll show you in just a second. These were these at Target were $23.99 for the 12 pack, so about $2 per razor compared to what I was paying before for a more expensive brand, which I think was like $4 or $5 per razor. And Target was doing a special, which I think it is over, where if you bought some of these, you got a $5 Target gift card, which I did get when I purchased these. So I got 2 of those. All right, and this is one of those things I know people are going to come at me and say you shouldn't be using those harsh chemicals. Yes, you can do things with lemons and vinegar and other things like that. This is what I like to use for my toilet bowl. And remember that this is, you know, your hygiene and cleanliness and things like that. As a prepper, as a homesteader, you really need to stack some cleaning products or have the ability to make it based on what you have on your property, because hygiene, you know, and cleanliness, things like that, you really don't want to be getting sick in an SHTF scenario, or if there's a massive supply chain problem, or, you know, things are shut down. You don't want to be having to get sick, and hygiene is a huge part of being able to prevent sickness and disease, right? The other thing is being able to keep a clean living environment in SHTF will definitely help with the mood issues. And, you know, as a therapist, as my primary job, I typically will talk about the importance of, you know, managing your mental health. Being able to have clean living environment in SHTF will help with your mood, will help to prevent depression. It's a big part of it. In fact, when I'm working with people with severe depression, a lot of times they start to neglect that stuff. And that's a sign to me. It's not always like, doesn't always mean depression, but that's a sign if they typically did maintain a clean environment, they did shower every day and they did shave every day, and then all of a sudden they're not doing it for days at a time, often that's a sign that their depression or maybe even their trauma symptoms are getting really, really bad. So I like the Lysol toilet bowl cleaner. I'll give you the price on that. That was actually, that was a pretty good price. At Target, that was $2.29. And then I like to use this in the shower and around the shower. Again, you can do some of this stuff with just straight up bleach, of course. This is the product that I like to use. I'm paying for a little bit more for the convenience. This one here was $4.89 at Target. You certainly could make your own a lot cheaper than that. But again, I'm willing to pay a little bit more for the convenience of this. And I stack this and usually rotate it, keep a couple around the house at all times. Staying with the cleanliness theme today, I like this soft soap. We use the refillable pump containers, and so we grab one of these every time we can see it at a decent price and just kind of keep that rotating. This was $5.99 at Target. I do for 50 ounces. I do remember you used to be able to get this pre-inflation. You could get this like $3.99 and sometimes $2.99 when it was on sale, which was a phenomenal price. I doubt we're ever going to see that again. All right, back to the shaving thing here. The next thing on my list here, this is going to sound a little bougie for old Sarge, but I do use this pre-shave. So when I'm in the shower, I put a little bit of this on my neck and face, and it tends to, kind of pull up the hairs. I used to get really bad razor rash, so this tends to prevent that. You don't have to necessarily use this brand, but if you get razor rash, consider something that's got like an exfoliating scrub. It tends to eliminate that problem. I grabbed 2 of these, and again, this is one of those things I use every day, and I rotate this. Price on the apricot facial scrub was $4.38 for both, so 2 at $2.19 each. That's about the same price that it's been for a while, so I might actually go back and grab a few more of these. They also, they tend to stay good for a really long time, and this is what works for me. All right. I also, whenever I go out, when we're going out to the restaurants or anything like that, we fill those little containers with this. So this is just the refillable pump for the hand sanitizer. This is something you want to periodically, you might want to keep a little bottle of this stuff in your get home bag, in your bug out bag, in your vehicle. I keep one at my workstation at work. We go through a lot of hand sanitizer because sometimes you just can't get to a restroom to use soap and water. Next best thing. Now, of course, soap and water is going to work better, but next best thing, especially if you can't get at it. All right, cotton swabs are so multi-purpose. Obviously, some people can use them to clean the outside of their ear. You can clean other small things as well. Like I use these to clean inside my knives and firearms. With a little bit, depending on what I'm using, like some rem oil or something like that. And also really good for like getting into small crevices when you're cleaning other things. Just really good. So I always grab a stack of 500 of these every couple months and just kind of make sure that we've always got a few of these lying around the house. Also has some first aid applications for, dabbing some antibiotics on a cut, things like that. And the cotton swabs were $2.29 at Target. Not a bad price, and it's actually stayed pretty close to, the inflation hasn't hit these too bad. All right, and then a couple more things here. I stacked up on some ibuprofen. I go through this stuff like candy. I've got a lot of aches and pains from martial arts and had a really bad car accident years ago, kind of messed up my neck and my back. So I pretty much eat these things like Pez. Now there are natural pain relievers. I've done some videos on that, like Pennywort is one of them. There's some other ones out there. Definitely keep some of that stuff growing around your property, around your homestead. But for my everyday stuff, when I'm getting up in the morning, I wash back a couple of those with my coffee, good to go. All right, next one for my allergies. I use this one here. This is the store brand compared to your name brand. This is much, much cheaper. Got this at Target as well. Price on this bad boy was $36.99 for basically a 300-day supply. So we keep a couple of these around and I rotate them in based on their expiration date. Camera's not going to pick that up. This is good till April of 2024. But I basically chew back one of those every day. I tend to take those in the afternoon. It does make me just a little bit drowsy, so I can't really take them in the morning. I take them when I get home from work. And last but not least, I bought 150 count of gummy vitamins for $8.89. Again, that's not too different from what it was pre-inflation. There is 150 in there, and I take 2 of those at nighttime. That is, so that's going to last me about 75 days, a little over 2 months, 2.5 months. So all this stuff came from Target here today, folks. If you enjoyed this, if you'd like to see more prepper hauls, prepper pantry hauls, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I drop videos twice a week. Usually on Fridays, I go live for a live stream to interact with the audience. And on Tuesdays, I drop either a product review or a skill-based video where I teach you how to forage or how to start a fire, different things like that. Would love to have you join the channel. Thank you so much for watching my video. Really appreciate the audience. Drop a comment down below. Let me know you were here. Keep planting your seeds. Keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge.